problem with 3D printing guns is that I still haven't freaking fixed my fan on my computer. But the thing about 3D printing guns is that would I actually trust a 3D printing gun? No. Because, okay, I mean, if there's malware to freaking create a centrifuge for Iran's nuclear synthesizer, or a centrifuge to freaking blow itself up or whatnot, there's probably a means for to create efficiency within the software needed to, for the hardware. No. Not saying that that's, entirely gonna, happen and stuff, but the thing is, like, oh, no. And that's why it's so important. Let people 3D print guns, because there's gonna be a lot of freaking, and at the same time, it's like, maybe, people will start trying to get some bootleg ammunition, and all of a sudden it blows up in their faces because, well, crap. How many NATO rounds have blown up in people's faces that we sold them to, or that we, pretty much allocated, to faulty rounds and stuff of that nature? If I'm going to build something, it's going to be built with my integrity. And and part of my rhetoric, that this is not something that I actually plan to do. I think about it because, like, well, this is a topic, and I have to, in order to beat the enemy, we must think like the enemy. And the thing is that what someone freaking, after 2 rounds, freaking, the thing dismantles, and all of a sudden that person, just, shot themselves in the foot. Because people are so subservient to trusting others, just because, man, people are like, I'll never buy snake oil, but they buy snake oil in different forms. And see, this is a social engineer, like, I'm like a social engineer and a mechanical engineer to a certain degree. Like, by all means, I'm not like, I'm full spectrum, yeah. I'm a full spectrum soldier, which is why the Army is freaking, they should be disgusted that they lost me. Needless to say, I'm never going to perform. I mean, unless it comes down to it, I'm ready for it. I'll be ready for it. I can get prepared for it. I'm not relying on other people. There's very little I've relied upon others for. And that's probably a lie. That's probably a lie. And we're human beings. We're social beings. We only exist because we coexist. The fact is that how easy everything has a back door into it. They're working with different alloys to, create these 3D printing guns and stuff of that nature. And that's what's crazy is that they've bought into the product that the gun saves the world. Well, essentially, the gun does save the world. But I mean, look at all the wars. I mean, before it was a sword. Look at Hollywood. Like the action movies are either sword driven or they're gun driven. And people always, because they're so blinded by the action sequences, they don't understand that those weapon systems are only used because there's other stuff going on. I gotta go. Be safe, be kind.